Well, here we are again.
Here we are.
I'm Nikki.
I'm Shayla.
And this is...
I saw what I was saying.
It's kind of funny because, like, I think we're so used to, like... First of all, we've been gone for a long time. We've been taking the correct, like, health precautions and, like... I'm proud of us. We've been smart.
Yeah. And
all this good stuff. Yeah. But we haven't filmed in, like, what?
It's been months.
Like since September.
No, since August.
Oh my, are you serious?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, we took a break.
Maybe,
we took a break in, I'm pretty sure September. Yeah, it was the month of September because it was my birthday, remember? Yes. So we took that whole month off.
Yes.
Okay, so we're back again. Thankfully.
My hair is pink now.
Pink. Ta-da!
The roots have grown in because it's been pink like the whole time.
It still looks really good.
Not been recorded.
So actually, the fact like it just looks so good. Like I watch videos of like people like bleaching their hair, and it just.
I've been hitting it really hard with the deep conditioning and all that stuff.
You know, so did you hear about this like whole like they're suing Tresemme? Did you hear about that? Stop using Tresemme. Because apparently like there's something they put in it that causes people to lose their hair. I'm a diehard Tresemme fan. Like I use Tresemme all the time, and as soon as I heard that I was like, huh. Like do you brush your hair in the shower?
Of course.
Okay, so like sometimes now that I think about it, something seems a little suspicious, like a little off.
Like it was a little bit too much hair.
Yeah, I was like, but I was just like, nah, I'm tripping. Like, and then now that my mom's like, so do not use that. But I mean, I guess we should.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully I have enough hair that you can't.
If you had a bald spot, no one would even notice.
I'm glad I don't have a bald spot, but you're right. So we were talking about catfish beforehand, and there's actually an episode on there. I'm just like, I've been left to my own vices, like, and catfish is one of those. There's this one episode where like this guy was catfishing this other guy, right? But like when they confronted him, he was like in this whole like denial of that he's bi. And yeah, he was like, they had this flirty relationship, but he was like, that's not.
Oh, and then he ripped his.
Did you see that? He's like, you're a catfish. And then he's like, how?
Shit off his head.
Good times.
That was so rough.
It was disrespectful, but.
It was so disrespectful. And then those two non-black people are sitting there
like what? I will say I love black people on catfish because they're not with the shits.
Did you ever see the one where it was like this girl was talking to this man, and then when they get to the house, this guy comes out, but he's like, well, I need you to come in the house to really see
all awkward.
And it was the wife
who was catfish. Yeah. It's like so. My thing is like I don't have time to text important people back. So
I hardly ever even text my boss back.
Bro, like how are we gonna like sit here and have this whole conversation about like who has the time like to pretend you like someone, like especially the people who are like,
some people have the time.
Well, the people who are just like, oh yeah, I do this for fun. And it's just like like for me, I'm like, you really have no fucking life, like at all. To sit here for a year. There's people who do it for like 8 years. Yeah. I just can't. That show sends me. I cackle. I'm like that show. If I'm in a bad mood, I watch Catfish.
Really?
Because I'm just screaming like in my living room, like just screaming like this is the best. Like
it's too much.
Look at these scammers.
Have you seen the movie?
So the original one. Yes, Neves. Yes, I have, and that was real sad.
That was.
But look.
Real creepy.
Well, look how it's sent. Yeah, because wasn't the girl that was catfishing him an old lady? She was using her daughter's pictures and her daughter's art.
Yeah, she was.
To like.
But I don't even think she had like, I don't know. I don't know. I if she had an older daughter, I really
She
don't
did
know.
have an.
But it was like she was making it seem like the older daughter was way more closer with the young daughter who was making the art, allegedly. When really, the young daughter wasn't making no art. It was the old lady who was making the art.
It's weird shits. But I guess that makes him like the best host for it because he understands. Because I'm sorry, if I was the host of that show, I'd be like, bro.
It's just too much though, because he was talking real like dirty and salacious to her, and then when it comes out to be what it is.
Well, that's like even the thing too, like people sending nudes and stuff. Like you don't. I'm sorry. I think I'm just like I would know if I'm being scammed. Like, and you're just not getting paid. Like there's so many things, like the warning signs they have. Like it's just like, bro, like you've known them for 8 years, they won't. And the stranger thing is when it's people who they are who they say they are.
Yeah.
But they won't video chat. They won't like this. Anyway, this is not what we're talking about. Catfish is the best. Watch it. What we're talking about is why we've been gone for so long. Like, should I start? Because I can. Okay, so everybody knows we had at some point, hopefully this does not, I don't want it to take forever. But so at one point,
there's just so much that happened.
We were partnered with Oh Lord Records.
Partnered.
Yes.
We'll say that.
And then
wait, let's start from the beginning.
that's the beginning.
How did it happen?
How did what happen? Like the
How
partnership?
Did it happen? Yes. That
Okay.
We were
In this situation.
Yes.
Okay, so basically what happened is I went on Jasper's podcast. Jasper runs Oh Lord Records. I'm not gonna be petty right now. I'm gonna move on. Okay, so he runs this, and basically, I was on his podcast. It was really chill. Someone I'm really close with, who I know really well, was like, "You should come on this podcast, do it." Blah blah blah. Mind you, like I said, what I said has already been.
Right. If you like really like.
If you're a stan,
we were doing this.
I don't think we have stans.
Listen,
we do.
You're a stan.
Please.
But we were doing this like in our living rooms, screaming into Nikki's phone for months beforehand.
You got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
You know, and I actually had a good time because we actually didn't have to like look decent. We always look toe back and like, yes, just looking crazy. Like, so now we have to like put a little bit more effort in, whatever. I mean, we don't have to, but I'm not trying to have videos of me like that, like for people to view.
Like, look at these bitches.
No.
No eyebrows.
So I went on this podcast. It was really chill. It was like during the high of like George Floyd and all of this. And like, it was a really chill podcast. I enjoyed it. It was fun. So then Jasper, who that was his podcast, was like, hey, like we talked and it didn't click with me like in that second, like we have a podcast, like, and he's offering up these services of like filming and like recording, whatever his bitch ass does. Anyway, so we move past this, and then so we talk about like we basically discuss like this would be a good opportunity for both of us. Like, you have this service, we have this idea, like this is just what we're gonna do. Right. Mind you, nothing was ever like really discussed with like money or anything like that. It was just like, hey, like I'm like so into the community, I want to give back. Like, let me help the community. This is the like way I think he sees it in his brain. Like, I'm just trying to help everybody. This face says it all. Please like zoom, like, yeah, because it was trash. So basically what ends up happening, we start doing shows. You guys seen how quickly like that went.
It went
left. So this was the second episode, right? So we filmed our first episode, chill, cool, everything was like mellow.
Everything was really good.
Yeah, it was fun. Like the house was a little bit musty, but that's because he had
some like white,
those
in the house,
bro.
You know how that goes.
Yes, it was a little musty, but we put the must aside to like we were chilling. So we filmed our episode, blah blah blah. It was really good, whatever. I mean, like the mic went out a few times. Like, let's really talk about it because like I feel like some people are like, well, if he's doing this for you, like we don't owe anybody anything. That was never discussed, first of all.
There's no documentation, there's no paperwork, there's
not even a conversation about this. So
it was two people who were like, let's work together to do this.
Let's do this. Like, come on, like I see your vision. Clearly he didn't.
Some people just don't see the vision.
So we did our first episode, and then the second episode you were out of town.
Yes.
So instead of not filming that episode, we literally did the episode with two of my friends.
Yeah.
So Joffrey and, oh my God. Well, anyway, we did the episode with two of my friends, and then that just went
And I
left.
think it went left because not so much necessarily your friend.
Well, we were trashed, one.
Yes.
Because I think I would have been more like, shut the fuck up. But I was like lit, so I was like in a happy place. I was like, huh, you're dumb as hell. Say what you want. Huh.
But there were people who were, it was not their place to be talking.
And they were
People
talking.
named Jasper.
Yeah, and they were giving their input about, anyway, she wasn't there because she was being smart.
Yeah.
She went out of town. She wanted to make sure she didn't have COVID before she was in a room of people. So we fast forward, we do this episode. It's just trash. Like, they're just questioning, like, why we don't cater to white people. What can the mayor do? Like, blah, blah, blah. All this dumb shit that, like, we've already talked about.
Mentioned there was like some sort of glitch, like audio.
Oh, yeah.
That happened at the end of it.
Well, thankfully.
I mean,
Because
we already heard of
Shayla was in the live comments. Shayla was not fucking having it. Shayla's like, this is some bullshit.
very disappointing.
And I can tell you till this day, I've never seen that full episode because I'm like scared to watch it because I might get riled up. Like, but also like Shayla watched, like anyway, so Jasper decided to mute you in the comments because yeah, this happened. Do you not recall this?
Wait, I don't remember that.
He said he had no control of the comments, but he muted the comments when you were commenting. I think coincidence?
No.
I think not. Like, I think not. I don't think it was a coincidence. Like, you know, when you just want to see the good in people, that's me. Like, I've graduated to a higher level of understanding. Like, back in the day, you would have just got bopped. But I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to, on this like journey of enlightenment, I'm trying to be a better person. So I'm just like, you know what? Shayla's like, you know what? We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So this was the third episode.
Because I was upset, but I wasn't, like, I was still like, if we just nip this in the bud right now,
It'll be done with.
there's hope.
We should have just let it go.
Well,
Well, here's the thing too. I thought you were very respectful. Like,
I fucking tried to be.
Shayla came in and
I came in with the understanding, like, we're in this guy's house and he is providing the service to us for free. So I'm not gonna be a fucking asshole, even though I really wanted to.
so basically you can actually view this episode. It's up.
It's still up there.
It is up.
Yeah, it's on the page.
So
Third episode.
we go in, we're talking about, I mean, this just escalated. So Shayla, like, straight to the point was like, keep your opinions to yourself, like in the nicest way possible. Keep your opinions to yourself. This is not your show. Like, we're going to say whatever we want to say, whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, send us a message. Maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe we won't.
Exactly.
Probably won't, but you are more than welcome to be a keyboard warrior. Like, so we get a little further in the episode, and I just remember, like, the thing that triggered it is when, like, I was talking about how white people demand these things, like, as an activist, white people, and
Here comes the peanut gallery from behind the camera.
talking about even just the Soul Basis was just like cutting us off and basically saying like, we need to do more, we're not doing enough, like, I'm trying to help you get your bag.
Be more organized, also redundant.
Bro.
But also it's
Coming from the guy who had us like literally, who our shit's never fucking set up. Like,
no. Had hella people walking in and out in between our set.
opening doors,
So, like,
talking. You can hear some thought pockets in the back, laughing and giggling. Like, so, like, just the like idea that he felt like he
Was
could
never on
interject,
time.
bro.
For times that he would tell us to be there.
But you want to talk about people being professional? Like, I feel like we've been so nice, like so.
What was more frustrating about it was, from like a nonprofit standpoint, I could see what he's talking about in terms of like in the nonprofit sector.
Yeah.
When people donate, of course they want to know where their donations are going.
Absolutely. But we don't owe white people
this
shit.
Is A, not a nonprofit. B, like, if people are donating in this time to be like, oh, well, this is how much I care about black people, here's my money, like, then don't fucking ask me for anything. If you're gonna give it, then don't fucking ask. Which is all we was trying to
That and it just digging a hole. So then we got hyped up. Basically, Shayla was raging. Shayla was like, turn this shit. Are we fucking done? Cut.
I was ready to go.
And then,
I had to drag Nikki out.
yes, within trying to have a discussion, bro, the fact that you picked up his bag of chips and threw it at him, like, The fact that you were like, oh, you're out here eating chips, but didn't offer a bitch nothing. Like, that shit, bro. You were not having it. You were like, and I was still trying to like, hey, like, let's like, still having I guess an argument, a conversation with him.
I
but
feel like you were trying to have a conversation.
yeah,
but
Shayla
I was like, this man is like beyond.
You're gonna get your
anything.
bitch ass punched in the
You
throat.
know what I mean? Like,
so did
This
we?
is not a person to have a conversation with.
Exactly, and you were right. I should have just.
Real talk. I know I was right.
You were right. It's all good. I can accept these things. Like I said, I'm trying to, you know, there's just some times where you just have to like, that inner bitch, like you just have to like drag someone, which we should have done and then just been done with it.
Yeah.
So then like through that whole week, me and Jasper talked and like, it was just basically the sole basis of like, oh yeah, I want to work with you. I want us to have a like healthy relationship. And I'm basically telling him like, well, there's boundaries like you don't cross. Like there's just things you don't do. Like Shayla's infamous line, you're the cameraman. Like shut the fuck up. He's like, I'm just a
He
cameraman.
didn't appreciate that I called him a cameraman.
Which is also annoying.
Stand by it.
One thing that really pissed me off that he said is he's trying to help us get the bag. First of all, how are you gonna help me secure the bag? You don't even have the bag, bro. Like, please, I want to know. Like, I'm sorry, you're not a multi-billionaire. Like, yeah, you made a couple of tracks. Like, what the fuck ever, bro?
I just feel like there is nothing that man could have done short of give us money out of his own pocket that would
Which he still hasn't done.
Secure
Anything. He didn't help us. The only thing he helped us secure was possibly getting COVID. The only other thing he helped us secure, bro, like every fucking time we got there, like that shit was never, there's not one time we walked in and our shit was set up.
No.
Like we were like straight to business. We was waiting hours. Like
there was one time where we waited like
5 hours. It was we were there at 7:30 and he didn't get there till like 12:30 at night. Mind you, I'm trash, she's trash. Our artist is trash. Like because we're just sitting here
sitting in the house drinking, waiting for this guy to show up.
talking about life, like, and then he just fucking garbage. But yeah, don't ever. Just this whole idea of like securing the bag, like shut the fuck up, bro. Like dead ass. Unless you're like. So I'm about to drag, bro. I'm about to drag him because what I'm gonna say is like, you're in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You're not a producer in New York. Yeah, sure, you have a platform. Yeah, sure, like things look decent and like things like that. But like, what makes you think, bro, that like you can talk to people and treat people the way you do?
Exactly.
Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. So anyway, we moved on from that. We discussed boundaries. We decided that it's just not good for us because he felt at that point he had to defend
audience.
Yeah.
is white people and people who center white people, right? So
not us.
As long as what we were saying was on his platform,
he was not going to shut the fuck up.
Exactly. He was like, oh, but my audience, whatever, because clearly us being pro-black women was not
hurting. It was like hurting.
Meshing with his audience.
It was hurting his platform.
Which is like, you should rethink that. But whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, we moved on from that. We decided to record. Mind you, it's just a multitude of trash things that were happening. So like, I would love to sit here and go through them all, but it'll be 4 hours before it's easy. Yeah. But just so fast forwarding through all the fuck shit, we ended up taking a break, which I did not want to do.
Right. Well, and that was another thing too. It was like we were always accommodating his schedule.
Thank you. His time. It was always
fine, right?
As a professional.
But
yeah, like
when you schedule time with us, and then you're like, oh well, I can't do it all of a sudden. That's like really.
And that was like a huge problem of mine. Like, I just feel like if you respect us, like you're always gonna, like as a professional, like you're always going to, and you're about the community the way you say you are, you're always gonna put the people like you're trying to elevate like first. Like this is a professional setting. So like, why is it that we're always on the fucking back burner? That shit pissed me off. And we dealt with that for so long. I think that this is why I was so riled up.
I think there was another thing. What was it?
He's a Trump supporter.
Wait. We'll get to
There's a lot of things.
There was another local podcast that was taking place that he was working with.
Trash. But you could film their shit, bro. We're stealing ideas, one. But you could their shit, bro. I'm about to fight somebody.
They accuse us of stealing their ideas.
Mind you, they never had a podcast. First of all, this is the thing. Like, I love black folks, but like, not everything is your like.
Right, and also
yes.
You can only love so much, right? When people keep shitting on you, you just cannot love no more.
Bro, I'm just like, but anyway, that's near nor there. Like, who cares about that dumb shit? We won't even mention the name because it's not even worth mentioning. No. Do you, boo?
But it was just interesting how like spending.
And he's a gossiper, but he's a gossiper.
Their shit was more important than recording our shit.
And I'll tell you why it was more important, because he was allowed to talk on that show.
Yeah.
That's why I say, unless it benefited him, he's not gonna put 100% in unless it's benefiting him in some sense. Right? Like, if it's not benefiting him, he doesn't give two fucks. Like, it could be a whole pot, or like, that's what I'm saying. It's not like, I mean, even if we didn't have people who like watched and shit like that, like, we're still in a space, like, there are people who listen to us. Like, there are people, so it should, and that was another thing, like, viewers telling us like, this is fucked up. Like,
people,
how can we help you?
After our third episode, our huge fight with Jasper, like, people were messaging him, like,
they was ready,
we're following you, we're not gonna support you anymore, like, you fucked up.
You're a bitch.
Literally. But because it was true though, like, people saw that and saw like that me and Nikki were so
that
upset.
whole argument, yeah, just disrespectful. And mind you, it's not like you really had anything to add to the conversation. Like, you just talking out your fucking ass. Like,
just talking just to talk.
You're worried about your weak ass bag that you apparently have obtained. Sure. But so yes, he's a Trump supporter. I mean, we've had plenty of arguments, conversations where he just says the dumbest fucking shit.
Donald Trump being president was
a good thing.
Yeah, a good thing for black people. Y'all.
Oh, well, you support. And you know what? Actually, I would like to call everybody out in that room too. When we brought it up, none of y'all said shit, bro.
Okay, the very last day that we were in that man's house, I don't remember what we were saying, but I said,
bro,
oh yeah, that's why you're a Trump supporter. And all of the men sat in that room and they were confused. They were like,
what? You're a Trump supporter, huh?
Oh my God. But they never said anything to question him.
Oh, I don't talk about politics.
Let me and Nikki sit there and drag him. Like, it was fucking wild. Like,
bro. And even, like, but that's the thing, is these people are so desperate for his service.
I mean, what's really wild too is that, like, people were saying that he was, like, hella homophobic too. This was,
and he said he doesn't care. He told us he does not. We're like,
So I brought it to him and I was like, so here's what I'm hearing about you. And he was like, no, like, that's not true. Like, oh, I hate that, you know, that's how people felt about me, and that, like, you know, my actions or whatever caused people to feel this way, whatever. But I was like, in my mind, I was like,
since
I brought this to your attention, that means that you're going to talk about it and you're going to resolve it because this is your problem.
No, he didn't care.
He never did.
He just doesn't care, you know?
He never addressed it. And so now there are just people just
walking around.
He hates gay people and trans people.
And he's okay with that. Mind you, he also is making 505 shirts with a rainbow flag on it.
Right.
Mind you, let me also mention, where's the profits?
We had
to tell him, bro, why are you giving the profits to this group of people when they couldn't even get their shit together?
And that's a whole other episode.
That is a whole nother story. But I would like to also mention, the money he has promised has still not been delivered.
Shut up.
I'm dead ass fucking serious.
So, okay. So it was a whole thing, right? Pride this year. That
George Floyd, that whole thing.
We have to talk about that.
Yes. He sells shirts that he says support black folks, the black community, who's supposed to be donating to nonprofits, which I have never seen the money.
The proceeds of these shirts were supposed to go to this one particular group, right, who ended up disbanding at some point during the summer, and he was sitting there advising the two young people of that group to keep the money. So...
Can we just talk about how trash, like, I know some trash people, but I just burning garbage, hot, flaming, just, but so fast forward.
Wait, back to the pride thing.
Sheila's not done. Go ahead, let it out.
Back to the pride thing though, it was like, I mean, the way that shit happened was all fucked up too, but like we had to sit there because we're like, well, why don't you give that money to actual like organizations
that support
that provide services to queer people? And he's like, like who?
Who?
And it's like, damn, dog, like Google is free though. It is so free. So we had to sit there and tell him who to give the money to, like,
because he's a whole ass moron. But so that this is like literally scraping the surface of like all the bullshit. Like honestly, it's not even the whole like situation. But anyway, fast forward, we take a break, right? And the last night we were there was just fucking garbage. Like he made a statement saying that he knows plenty of women who would rather be raped than robbed.
Wild shit, y'all. Wild shit.
I mean,
was happening in that house.
I don't know who he knows.
I was drunk all the time because the energy was fucked up, bro. My shit was that. That shit was so fucking toxic. Bro.
So I haven't been in a space where like shaking. And you remember the last night we recorded, I literally was like, my facial muscles were like twitch. Like I was shaking because he just was full of bullshit. So anyway, we decided to take a break, which we were not cool about. We were talking about how we cater to his fucking schedule when it's supposed to be 50-50, bro.
Exactly.
Like, so we ended up taking a break and I knew it's going to be some fuck shit. I already knew in my gut, like we were not going to record. Like, so he takes a whole fucking month off. Mind you, he's talking about we're going to meet every Sunday and do this and that and the third plan, make the show the best it can be.
I just want to say I'm glad that it didn't happen.
Because I honestly think we might have killed him. Like, he was like, come over for Sunday dinner. And I was just like, bro, like, mind you, this never happened. And while we're in the planning of like, because you guys know we do like live streams of like artists. So while we're in the process, like I'm calling him and letting him know like, hey, like let's get these artists recorded so that way we can just put them in our like our episodes. No answer, no nothing. His excuse, he was in nature. Nothing. We did after that whole month, bro. We did shit. Like,
yeah.
And he's the one who sits like, oh, I'm just so professional and like, bro.
Right. When we were ready to meet, he wasn't ready.
When we had a meeting, the one time we had a meeting, he went to go get groceries, bro.
No, wait. We walk into this man's house, y'all, and he's on his way out.
Talking about I'ma go get. After we were already waiting for like an hour.
But then he was gone for like a whole other hour.
Shopping with white girls. Shopping with white girls. A white girl. Mind you, these.
Came back
I would also like to say honestly, all the people in his house, like, fuck you, because like the only time y'all cared about some political shit is when it had to do with like white women, like, or even the girls in there, like y'all sat there while black women were defending ourselves.
The women of color literally sat there and said,
but when we talk about
women of color sat there and didn't say shit.
But when we talk about rape, then you all of a sudden have something to say.
Or talking about queerness, then all of a sudden, wait a minute.
But you didn't have shit to say when we're talking about how fucking trash black men treat black women. You didn't have shit to say then. Y'all didn't say, when we talked about him supporting Trump, y'all didn't say shit. And I know all those people in his house had to be high as fuck to deal with his shit. Every single day, because I asked.
Which is why I was drinking.
I asked, like, what, like, why, like, what, how do you, I even asked that one girl, like, how do you put up with him all day? Nothing. Silence. But the first time
thinking about it, she was like, how do I put up?
Bro, she was confused, like, wait, where am I? Like, but anyway, fast forward past that, our meeting, we were supposed to have a meeting. We're supposed to start recording October 3rd.
Yeah.
And I remember this shit because this idiot put me through so much stress. So we're supposed to record October 3rd. He's talking about he can't do it that day. Mind you, we changed our day because they were stressed out. Exactly. His team was stressed out. So
we also, like, he was talking about, oh, you know, I got a new team of like 6 people or whatever. But it's like, if you got a team of 6 people, why can't fucking one of them record our shit?
You couldn't live stream our musical guest, but you could live stream the musical guest on the other show.
Exactly.
And then you told me they have a team, and I said, well, what's the team? And like, we need to pay for a team? That's fine. But no, you didn't. So I said, I'll ask them what they're doing. And then that's when you wanted to come forth and be like, oh yeah, they have a team, blah, 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 this and this and that. Bro, shut the fuck up. Like, all you do is lie out your ass. Like, so anyway, we moved on. We were supposed to start recording. He messages me and is like, Shayla, you could not do that day because you had a gig.
Yeah, it was something.
We know Shayla's a like bomb ass DJ, so
It was something I was doing.
yeah, and you're like, that's the only day I can't record. So we were trying to figure it out, right? And mind you, this is like over the time period of a couple of days. So we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do. Me and Shayla decided like I would just do it and have a guest.
Right.
And then he was like, oh, sorry, we booked somebody for that night.
Scheduled for our time slot. Like, bro.
I literally was dead ass looking like this. Like, so confused. So I'm just like irritated. I'm pissed. I'm like, what the fuck's the problem? Like, well, you guys did this and this and this and blah, blah, blah. Like, I probably even still have the text messages. No, I'm gonna read you this dumbass.
No.
I'm gonna read you this dumbass. I'm like, I'm so serious. Okay, so.
The receipts.
Yes, the receipts. So, this, every time I read this, I'm just like, I'm so ready to burn his house to the ground. Like, I'm so ready. So, getting in contact with Jasper is like trying to call someone. Like, literally, it's your neighbor. You can knock on the door. You can call them. You can let them know, like, just no answer. There's just never an answer.
It's like trying to talk to a dead person.
It is. It's just like a back and forth of you talking to yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, look at these. I'm just like, I'm not going to read all those. So he messaged me and he was like, hey, Nikki, this is after the fact he gave away our fucking slot when we were trying to make a decision on what would work for us. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey, Nikki, are you guys able to film tonight? I mean, tomorrow night. And I'm just like, no.
And it was like on a like Tuesday or something.
Bro, I'm dealing with 25 crusty kids from the ages, from the grade of first grade, which is anywhere from 7, 6, 7, 8, all the way up into 5th grade. Mm-hmm. The last thing I want to do on a weekday when I'm looking busted and crusted and disgusted is leave work at 6 p.m.
to come home,
rush
to get ready
and record.
Yeah.
And then have to be up at 5 o'clock. Bro, you got me fucked up. So he's like, he just made the assumption. He's like, are you guys filming tomorrow night? I'm like, no. And then I was like, I told him Friday evening is all that is going to work. He's like, we can't do Friday. I said, I can't do any other day. I work and have other crap going on. Mind you, his response in this next message made me want to break my own legs. I understand. I also have a lot of stuff going on and a daughter to attend to. First of all, no one asked you to have a fucking kid, bro. Like, you want to compliment, like, what? You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, bro. Like,
right. Like, that's your responsibility.
And shout out, like, love his daughter, by the way. Like,
she is such a sweet little girl.
I'm sorry, baby girl.
Deserves,
the world.
She deserves the world. She's such a sweet, beautiful
She
girl.
is so awesome. Okay, that was very white. Awesome.
She's terrific.
And then he's like, we had all agreed on Saturday. Then you guys said that this Saturday doesn't work. So you're wanting me to move.
Which is also like, we had all agreed on Saturday. Like, we only agreed on Saturday because for whatever reason, Sunday did not work for him.
Asked us to change it, bro. We're changing to accommodate you and your weak ass team. Like, and then he said,
of 6, 7, 8 people, however many people it was. And then all of them just couldn't do it.
Right, and then he said, then you guys said this Saturday doesn't work. So you're wanting me to move stuff to another day. That just doesn't work. Bro, I was like, dude, can you seriously answer your phone? This is incredibly frustrating because I'm not trying to text you the 5 million things that I have to say about how you fuck shit up, not us. So he said, hey, Nikki, mind you, he said, why do I have these? He said, hey, Nikki, I'm setting up for this open mic. I'll hit you back soon. Come through. How the fuck are you going to change our day, give our day to someone else, message me saying we switch shit up when you asked us to switch shit up, then not answer your phone, then message me and say,
come to this open mic.
Come to this look, if you were at this,
What date is it?
This was, hold on. The receipts can be complicated. Hold on. All I know is this. Oh, so this was October 6th.
If you went
Mind
to an
you,
open mic-
we were supposed to record on the 3rd, but we didn't because
if you went to an open mic October 6th,
Fuck you.
It was some bullshit. Okay?
Fuck you. At the cost of black women and their labor and their emotional strain. Fuck you. Okay, but anyway, no, but so mind you, we were supposed to record on the 3rd. We didn't record on the 3rd, which was that. When did we normally record? Saturday it was Saturday or Sunday, huh?
It was Sunday.
Mind you, this worked at the time because COVID.
Right.
People were not working. And if you were working, it was from home. Well, I was.
At the time, I was working.
Yeah.
from home,
So we didn't do the 3rd. Mind you, he had a whole month to plan shit out, right?
all of September.
To get shit done. I tell him we're going to start on the 3rd, which was the first Sunday of that month.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what he told me? We need time to get things set up and get things worked out. Bro, you had a whole
month.
fucking month. You was in the goddamn natures, fucking swimming in rivers and lakes and like, bro. Anyway, so fast forward through this.
But a professional, and we are the ones who need to be organized. Interesting.
I'm just gonna like drink because,
Take a sip.
right? Like, and then so now he's like, so this is why I was pissed. I'm like, I'm like, are we recording Saturday, right? This is after all this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, unfortunately, with the new governor mandate today, we are postponing all live streams. We're looking for a better location that can accommodate everyone effectively. Mind you,
Now keep that in mind.
I'm a bitch out.
Because of the mandate, we're not doing any live streams.
And I'm all for it. I get COVID. I understand, like, in these spaces, like, we have to make sure we canceled a whole Breonna Taylor march because we were not comfortable doing this in the sense that, like, these cases are rising. Mind you, a couple of days later, I'm just like
Literally
scrolling.
days, y'all.
Not a month, not even a full fucking week. Bro,
days.
I am scrolling on Instagram and you know how it like updates you like, oh, this person's doing a live. I'm like, what live is this bitch doing? Cause you said, bro, I click on it, he's doing a whole live stream of a musical guest.
But I thought you wasn't doing no live.
I'll tell you right now, my eyes rolled all the way around, one more time, all the way around, and then they just sparked with flames. Like, I was so pissed. So I message him, and I'm just like, I told him what I had told you, like, I'm disappointed. Like, if you don't fuck with, bro, like, I'm so disappointed. Like,
Right,
this is
like,
just...
Be honest at least. If you don't fuck with us, then just say that shit.
So
Instead
we
of
can,
being like,
I can't,
because of
this,
or
this.
whatever,
But you're
whatever.
live streaming, you're talking about COVID and a mandate and health and all this shit. But you have 11 people in your motherfucking house. And then on top of that, bro, you're still dead ass recording. If you didn't want to record us, that's my thing. Like, if he,
Say that shit.
just say, hey, I don't fuck with y'all. Like, I'm so insecure in
Would
myself.
not have
I
been
can't.
no loss to me.
Bro, we would have been done, dipped, and moved on. Like, that's my problem. Like, so I'm pissed. Mind you, after I sent him this message, and I know he fucking read it, he messages me and he's like, let's pull up the receipts.
Wait, also, while you're looking for the receipts, there was also a moment in time where he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to use the equipment yourselves. And I was ready. I was like, well, let me know when to come over and take
Sorry.
notes, learn how to do that shit. And he never got back
Never.
to me.
So not only was he like set on our failure, he wouldn't even show us how to help ourselves.
Exactly.
Like, anyway, so fast forward down. I told him, like, after the COVID shit, keep me updated. That's fine. Like, sounds good. And then he's like, once I messaged him on Instagram, you know how they turn off their like
On text?
yeah, like how you can see if they've seen it or not. So then he messages me after I'm just disappointed. Like, I can tell you right now, I was genuinely hurt. Like, because for me, this is something that I care about, and like, I will put 100%, like, I'm gonna do what I need to do to get it. Like, I have a vision, I have a plan. Like,
Right.
So even if he would have been like, look, it's not working, I'd have been like, all right, bet, like, good. I'm gonna figure it out.
Right.
Like, I'm just in a space, like, you can't, bro, there's nothing you can tell me that will deter me from my goal.
Right.
So
But
it's
it
like,
just sucks to have someone be like,
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help. Oh yes, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. But the only time I ever see you exerting yourself is when it's you giving your fucking side commentary on some shit. Bro, you're from Chicago. Like, how are you gonna talk about
was even
racism?
wild, too,
Bro,
like-
how has he not been beat the fuck up? Like, I would think real ass dudes in Chicago will beat his ass.
Because he was probably just hanging out with some white hipsters.
I'm so cool. I'm a black guy who does nature.
And
Shut the fuck up.
I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I hang out with, or I have hung out with,
but not at the cost of your soul, Shayla.
But no, not at the cost of my soul.
It's not worth it. And
Okay.
and that's my thing. That's what pisses me off. Like, you're a whole ass bitch. Your name might as well be Chad. You might as well be punching holes in your wall when you get mad. Like, I have no respect. Like, honestly, I literally have zero respect. Like, it's not, at this point, like, it's not even a cordial, like, do you? Like, honestly, I think people should know you're fucking trash. You're garbage. Like, the people who are still working with him, like.
Right. To, like, and it's not like we didn't tell people that he's a Trump supporter. We have told many people.
Well, everybody knows now. Your fave, who you're all Black
Jeremy
Lives Matter.
Jasper, okay, who was recording and taking pictures of people not wearing masks at fucking Roosevelt Park. And that's a whole other thing.
There's so much trash.
People who live around Roosevelt Park must have been so fucking tired. Because it was just people kicking it at the fucking park every goddamn weekend. Not wearing masks.
Bro.
Like,
just garbage. But yeah, I don't feel bad about it. Like, on it, I think even talking about this, I think I'm being like nicer than I should be.
listen,
Because
Shayla, listen.
Well, you know, I had like meltdown.
Yes.
I was so mad because I'm just like,
But
why
it
do
gets
people
worse.
want to see us fail?
It
Like,
gets worse because then he had the audacity, the gall, and the balls to ask us to pay him.
okay, all right. So wait, okay.
Bro.
So we go past this and this is perfect. So he's like, our setup is back up and running. This is after he's seen the message where I was like, I'm just disappointed. Like,
Right. After he
then
knows
he
that
messaged
we know
me.
that
He's
still
doing
recording.
live streams, but you didn't give a fuck about letting me know. I told you, update me, bro. Like, what you didn't fucking do. You didn't care about COVID. You just didn't want to help. You just did not want to do what you said you would fucking do. No one forced you to do that shit. So then he messages me, our setup is back up and running and the team is there and ready to help them. To help them, we are asking $60 per stream. Let me know if that's something you can do. Why, man?
After all of the shit, why the fuck would we give you
Okay,
money?
so here's my issue. Shayla, you were like, how dare he mention money?
I mean, to be honest, in my mind, at that point, I was like, oh, so I never have to see Jasper ever again. I never have to go to a
Shayla was like,
again.
good,
I
sounds
was
good to
done.
me.
I was done. So when Nikki kept talking about Jasper, I was like,
What's happening? So I think for me, I felt like, I'm like the type of person, like, I think now, like, as an adult, like, I think sometimes I censor myself because I know me and I know that if I act crazy, I'm gonna act crazy. Like, it's not gonna be I'm gonna go the fuck off. So I think for me, like, I just felt like I, in some kind of way, needed closure. Like, so it was never this, like, official, like, but then I realized, like, because I went through, like, stages. So I was just like, well, we should be given the respect.
anger, grief.
Yes, the 5 stage. Like, I went through this stage where, like, I just was so upset because, like, I honestly feel like we're good people, Shayla. Like, we're not trash. And if we are trash people, tell us. Depending on who you are.
I don't know, man. Everyone.
I don't feel like we're malice.
Exactly. Everyone is in a constant state of learning and unlearning.
Exactly.
Right. And so we are more than happy to admit when we're wrong. But when the shit is fucked up, like, you can't tell me the shit is not fucked up.
Exactly. And I think, like, that's why I was so frustrated because I'm just like, what is it about me and Shayla that makes people think it's okay to fuck us over?
Exactly.
Like, what about us? Like, I get it.
Something about 2 light-skinned bitches having the
goal
to be angry about
and not
shit.
only that, be in his face and call him the fuck out. Bro, like, I'm sorry, I think we spent a good chunk of our lives, like, letting people act fucking crazy. Like, for me anyway, when I was younger,
2020, yes.
well, clearly we put up with some fuck shit. So, like, for me, I went through this stage where I was just like, what the, like, I wanted him to be like, I don't have time for it. I don't, because that's what I was like, let us know this. But then I got to a point where I was just fucking livid. Like, I was so stressed out. I was angry. I was tired.
Right.
And I just was like,
you're trying to talk to a person who does not communicate.
It's not working.
First of all, does not communicate.
Yeah.
Second of all, does not actually center black people in the way that he claims to.
I was so,
Unless it's an
that's what made me so angry, because I'm just like, I have this vision. I want it to be this. And it's just like, you've done everything in your power to tell me that you don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Like, you just don't care. And for me, like, that was just stressful and depressing. And I just was so upset about it. Like, I just was like, I don't understand. Like, I couldn't, like, process, like, why?
Right.
Like, why? What is the problem?
I mean,
like,
you gotta think about, like, his sort of way into, like, being relevant was working with a group, an organization who had the same motives as him, which is just being seen, right? Like,
and it is what it is.
Yeah, we have this podcast and we're, being filmed now, but it's not really to our gain. As you can see, we're not really gaining anything.
It's not it's
We're
not
just
about
trying to
money.
connect with our
Yeah.
community, you
It's
know
not
what I mean?
about securing the bag, bitch.
Exactly. We're not about securing the bag, and we're not like I know that this is a topic for another day, but just the idea that people were having these like pro-black get-togethers or whatever, where it wasn't really anything about black people. It was just people kicking it in a park, like with no education, no information, nothing to like let non-black people know what they need to be doing.
Yeah.
It was just people just having
Just
shitty
turning
ass
up
snacks in the park.
Yeah.
Like, that's not really about our liberation. That's just about being seen. So,
And
of course, he was never going to be at the level that we needed him to be at.
And I feel like I kept trying to like make it work. I was like,
I knew he wasn't at that level.
No, you knew it was, but I was like, come on, like, bro.
Like, that third episode, when I really looked at him and I saw that he was ashy.
when you threw those chips and said, bitch, you don't even share, you were like, I'm fucking... Bro, it's the same. So I just came to the realization, and like I had a whole meltdown. Shayla knows this. I literally was genuinely hurt, especially because I feel like what we're trying to do, like I feel like there's not a lot of spaces where black women, can be seen in that space. So I was...
It's all of, like, the intersections, right?
Yes.
We're not rich. We're not Jada Pinkett Smith. We're two bitches.
We don't got red table talk, bitch. Show up to the black table talk.
We are two young women of color.
Who struggle every fucking day.
Who struggle financially, emotionally, all of the ways that people really struggle in real life. And we're just...
We're just venting. Yeah, so I just was I think like for me, I was genuinely hurt. And at some point I was like, he gonna hear what the fuck I gotta say. Like that, I told myself, if I see him, there's no way Jasper's not catching hands. Like there's no, like, I'm gonna give you one chance.
I'm dead.
Say what you need to say, and it better be what I need to hear, or I'm beating ass.
Right? What sucks about it is like you do want to be able to build community. You do want to be able to,
but you can't
reach out.
People are raggedy.
Black people,
you can't,
especially in the Southwest where there's really not a whole lot of us. You really want to be able to reach out to those folks and make shit happen. And what do? They fucking shit all over you.
We're here.
Here we are.
You can't get rid of us. You can't. Like, and that's how I felt. I felt like, I think in that moment, I just felt defeated. I was just like, damn, every time we try to do some good shit, here comes like someone fucking that shit up. Like, it fucking sucks. It's garbage. It's trash. Like, so basically after that happened, I just kind of in my brain let it go. Like, I was just like, you know what? This individual's not worth my time, not worth my energy. Like, honestly, eventually, bro, you have me, okay, that's what we were talking about. You have me fucked up. Here, and that's my thing. I don't mind paying. Money was...
I mind paying him.
Exactly. So that's the thing. It's different if you come to me and say, hey, like, I want your show to be the best. I'm doing my best to make your show the best. Right. Like, how can we have some type of mutual transaction here to where we're helping each other in some type of way?
Exactly.
I don't mind that. But you have... the caucasity.
Goodbye.
The caucasity. Not even white. You have the caucasity to talk about we're doing $60 per stream. Bro, we've come to your house and you're not even here. Like, you have... and our mics be fucked up.
the mics be fucked
You
up.
couldn't do our streaming, our live music.
Sweating off the
Bro,
lighting.
it's musty in this bitch. Like, you got me fucked up if you think... I'm not... Why would I pay you for a non-professional service, bro?
Exactly.
Like, you got me fucked up. Our shit's...
If you want to just be the homie with the camera, then just be the homie with the camera. They don't get paid.
Thank
okay?
you. Shut up. Hey, you gotta help somebody. And that's the thing. We talked about that, like in that sense. So it's like I just felt like it was really like I felt like it was shady to be like, yeah, well, let me know if we can do something for you, but it's
Right.
gonna be 6
But
years.
also-
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, to like string us along for a long ass time, talking about we're on a break and these days don't work, just to then be like, oh well, I want money. Like that, something about that. It smells like bullshit to me.
Bullshit. Cat shit. Dog shit.
All
All the
shit.
shits. All I want to say is like, Jasper, I really don't wish you the best. I don't. Like, I really don't. Karma's a bitch. You're all spiritual and shit.
But not really spiritual.
And a
Fake
non...
deep,
and a,
fake woke. All that shit that is not really
Okay,
real.
so what-
Just talking about,
Bro.
like, the toxic positivity shit that I be trying to tell y'all about, okay? Oh,
I-
if you just go hiking, you'll feel better. Bitch!
Nothing will happen to you if you don't think bad things will happen to you. Who
You
took
know what I mean?
what did he say? Somebody took the DNA strand out of him, the COVID strand.
Oh my god, yeah, they were talking about, we can't catch COVID because...
Where's the mask?
Because someone took the COVID catching gene out of us or whatever they said. They said some dumbass shit, y'all. That was not founded in reality and science, okay?
I don't wish you the best. I think people will come around and realize like what they're
I don't
dealing
know,
with.
Because I think, other people have other motives. And so for them, it really is just about doing whatever they
gotta get-
want.
and that's
they
the thing.
don't really care that they're working with this
But
person who's like,
I'm
not
not,
a good person.
I'm like at a point, like I'm not willing to like, I personally believe like we deserve so much fucking better.
I know.
And I'm not in a space to like, I'm over it. Like if you're not gonna like,
We're doing better.
If you want me to pay you, our shit better be tippy fucking top. On top of that, like you can't have all these demands, but you're taking all of this shit, but you're not giving anything. Like,
Exactly.
so at this point, like I honestly, the type of like feelings that I have for Jasper is like, I don't know, like nothing. Like
That's all, but somebody I used to know.
somebody, literally, because. And I hope like we have stans who like see him on the street and want to beat his ass.
I'm so dead.
Slap him. Who knows? A kneecap, kick a kneecap. I don't know. All I'm saying is like people are gonna see who you are, period. And I will forever hold this quote is whatever's done in the dark comes to the light.
Comes to the light.
Period. So at the end of the day, thank you.
Right now.
We are the light, bitch.
We're the light. Okay.
Repent, bitch. I'm just kind of in a space. I don't care. Like I don't care about this person as an individual. Like if y'all fuck with him,
I mean,
that's you, bro.
yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
All I can say is that protect your energy, protect your light. Like, and honestly,
listen.
is your
Get
mix?
a limpia, do whatever you have
Thank
to
you.
do.
Is your audio mix, mind you, we have connections. So let us know if you need places, if you need film done, if you need videos done, if you need pictures done, let us know. Because you should be doing this shit in healthy environments. And maybe y'all don't recognize, like, at the end of the day, like, y'all just be dead ass selling your souls to a wannabe. Like I said, with the caucasity.
Who is ashy and likes Donald Trump.
Bro, just think about that.
Think about it.
Think about that.
Think about
And if that's what you want to do, then that's on you.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is like, I think we're just, my favorite line, we're just speaking our truths. Like,
Yes.
we're just living and speaking our truths. And if you don't like it, I don't fucking care. If you don't, he's been unfollowed and denied like a long time ago. Yeah, if that's the only way you can get your audio mixed, then fucking sucks. But like, I'm not here. Yeah.
Look it up. All right. Peep this
All right,
lighting.
all right.
Peep this natural lighting, y'all. We're here live. I'm just
Yes. Shout out to the best.
Shout out to the best.
Yeah, we will links in
Links
bios.
in the bio.
We love you guys.
And we'll keep
We're
on
back.
saying it.
Hopefully
We're back.
for longer.
This is it.
We did a very, how long
We're
was it
here.
last time? 12 episodes? I think 12.
12 or 13. Something like
We're going to succeed that because you know what? You can't keep a good bitch down.
that. Exactly.
You just can't. And you know what? Honestly, like, if you're really about the black community, black people lift other black people up.
That's real.
And it's not at the cost
And
of
tell
like,
them when they're wrong and when they need to be better.
let's talk about it. Let's not call you out. Let's call you in.
There you go.
We're gonna call.
Unless you're a
Actually,
motherfucker.
yeah, Jasper
We're
could
calling you
get
out.
called out. I hope you guys rage in his messages and tell him how fucking trash he is. Cause the trauma that he caused me and Shayla. Fuck him.
was weird.
Fuck him, bro.
shit was weird.
And you know what? Your house, I was working in literally hot ass slave conditions. Like, that was disrespectful. That was disrespectful. You had the nerve and the audacity, but your air conditioning didn't work. Fuck out of here. Where's your bag, bro? Get your bag, fix your air conditioning. We could all be good. We are not these dusty Negroes who just be like, yeah, hit my...
Or white people from Austin.
Hit
We're not
my...
them either.
Bro, those memes where it's like, the memes, what it makes me think of is the memes where it's like, you have those friends who like start drinking, then they're like, put it on a beat so I can hit a freestyle.
Oh God, goodbye. Stop. I can't. Bye. Bye.
Have a good week. We're glad to be back. I'm thankful to be back.
Yes.
I'm so happy. You can't keep a good bitch
We
down.
love y'all.
Yes.
And we will see y'all next time.
Yes. Happy holidays, even though
Happy holidays. We'll see y'all next year.
Don't say we never gave you nothing.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Kwanzaa.